In a lot of ways, your social media is all about educating people on how your product can make their lives better. And sometimes that might require that you're going to have to sit down and make a video a lot like this one, where you actually have to explain something on how to use your product. So I'm going to try to teach you how to teach on video. The first thing is to make sure that you are not one of those teachers who are just reading off the slides on the bullet points and just saying it out loud. Understand the material, okay? If this means that there are updates that have happened since whenever you last learned about this or looked at it, know those updates, know how things have changed, and have the best up-to-date material that you can so that you can pass on the correct information to whoever's watching your videos. So now to the actual teaching part. I like to start a lot of times to remember how I learned whatever it is that I'm trying to teach. What this does is it just simply helps me to understand kind of where people are in trying to learn this information. What did I know when I was coming into it that made learning this easier, or what didn't I know that made it harder? It helps me to kind of understand the steps that need to be taken, figure out the order that they need to be in, and just kind of help me to break it down so that I can best pass along the information. I always want to pass my information along in the best possible way, and sometimes we don't learn stuff in the best possible way just because that person's brain worked differently, whoever taught us the information, or maybe we just kind of collected it all from random stuff and YouTube videos and internet blogs or whatever. So the best idea after you've kind of remembered it and figured out, all right, how do I want to pass this along, is you need to figure out some logical steps that you are going to explain this, and write them down too. Writing it down is super helpful. Keeping it in your head is not a good idea. You're going to forget something. Just think of, like, if you need to start here and you need to explain what this is so that you can come over here. And then you're going to make sure that you're going to come over here. And you're going to rearrange these ones because you're not really sure which order they can go in. And you're going to move to the next one. Always make sure that people have all of the information that they need to make it to the next point. So define your terms, basically. And sometimes, when we're in an industry, we forget that there's jargon and there are things that are just kind of common sense. And we forget that a lot of people don't know them. Always make sure that you are defining this stuff. Like, if it is like super obvious, or maybe they could kind of figure it out, then maybe just like quick explain it and don't spend a lot of time on it. But absolutely make sure that you are defining entirely what you need to talk about. Once you have all of your main points together, you are going to break it down into smaller bite-sized information. Define your terms, you're going to explain what all these things mean, and you're going to go on to the next point, making sure that they understand everything that they need to get to that point. And along the way, of course, use examples as needed. Better safe than sorry. Use more than one if you need to. All right, so that's it for this. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day.